Hey, Evan Mendoza here, 7-year pro baseball player. I attended NC State University for 3 years, and I also lettered on varsity all 4 years during my high school baseball career. And I'm here to share all that knowledge with you. So in this video, I'm going to go over what my academy is all about, a demo of what it looks like on the inside, a player and parent testimonial, the investment, and what it would look like if your dreams came true. I'll also share those 7 secrets that I have learned, a checklist to see if you're ready to go D1, and I'll walk you through my email template. So we have a lot to cover, so let's get started. So if you're looking to play at the next level, I'm here to help you. I got you, bro. My academy is not your typical academy. It's 100% online, and I give high school baseball players the resources to play at the next level, showing them a reliable path while eliminating errors. Guys, you can have errors on the field and off. So if you have any questions about how my academy works, make sure to watch this video all the way through, guys. It will answer all of your questions. But real quick though, if you don't take baseball seriously, my academy is not for you. I don't like to babysit. It's not fun. But if you are serious about the game, you practice hard, and you take your preparation seriously, keep watching and then apply down below using that button down below. So now let's get into it. Let's talk about how you can land a college scholarship and become the best player on your team using my academy. You won't have to rely on any gimmicky recruiting services out there that do not work. And by the end of this video, you'll learn how to land a college scholarship, know the secrets college coaches look for, and understand what resources you need to develop your skills to play at the next level. So just so I'm not wasting your time, who is this for? My online academy is only for high school baseball players who are dedicated, driven, and who have the desire to play past high school. Who is this not for? If you're not currently in high school, you're not serious about the game, and you don't want to play in college, my academy is not for you. All right, so I encourage you to click away from this video and listen to my podcast, The Angle. You'll get a ton of free value. My academy is different from others because I not only take the physical side seriously with my players, but I'm also structured on the mental side with my pro level education. And you've probably had a tough time finding a great coach out there who motivates you, who helps build you confidence, and you can trust. All right, so let me guess, you've also probably tried some random gym workouts you've seen on social media, and you don't have a structured program that you can truly trust. And I get it, guys. You're probably also stressed out about this whole college recruitment process and how to properly email these college coaches. Guys, we have all been there. All right, so maybe you've even had some private instructors where you get just a simple good job and then a bye-bye. All right, so that didn't work because that 1 hour of private lessons a week is just not enough. I don't know if this is drawn to scale, but you can tell there's a lot of more potential on work that you can do throughout the week. And I believe good teachers, good coaches will just educate you, but great coaches will guide you through the education and will always be there to support you. So I teach inside my academy my education, my mindset, and structure while incorporating accountability, which is one of the most important skills at the next level. And you might be skeptical and think I'm just some random person on the internet, but here's my baseball resume. So I played with the Cardinals for 6 years. In this picture, this is one of the best defenders I've ever seen. And then there's Albert Pujols. So I've also played 1 year with the San Diego Padres, attended a World Baseball Classic representing Colombia. And yeah, for your information, I'm batting 1,000 in the Classic, my bad. And I also committed to a D1 program, NC State, right before my senior year of high school. So through my years of playing ball, I played with or against some pretty cool dudes. This is a double play with Xander Bogaerts. I was playing second and came across the bag and flipped it over to Matt Carpenter at first base. So how did we get here? Born in Baltimore, Maryland, grew up in Sarasota, Florida. I studied aerospace engineering at NC State University, and now I live in West Palm Beach, Florida. I started doing private lessons with in 2019 in West Palm. In 2020, I wanted to do remote, just like everyone else, but I just didn't really know how. Last year in 2023, I started training 60 players through my workout programs. And now my online academy has truly evolved. It's not just those workout programs anymore, but now it's into courses, classroom sessions, college recruiting resources, and most importantly, that one-on-one guidance. My online academy has now turned into an essential resource for my clients, and I show you the game, how it should be played with correct instruction so you too can play in college and beyond. This is a screen grab from one of my courses. I promise you it's not that bad quality. But once you land that scholarship, the work is not over. There's no finish line. So imagine landing that scholarship, signing that NLI, getting on your campus your freshman year and earning a spot in that starting lineup. Proud moment for sure, right? So this is what worked for me. this won't work for everyone. It's important to understand that. So in the summer and fall after my sophomore year of high school, I would conduct 2-a-days for myself. My high school had a great program in the morning, but I just honestly, I wanted more. So after dinner, I would go to the local YMCA and do another workout, and neither my mom or dad forced me to do this. This was just the drive that I had in the middle of my high school years to get better. And I knew exactly where I was going, and I knew it was not easy to get there. So why wouldn't you want to be part of my academy at this point? You're already doing hard work. You just need that right guidance to make it to the next level. So if you're a high school baseball player who wants to earn a college scholarship without having to do double of the wrong work like me, then what are you waiting for? Down below you can apply and we can get this process started. But if you're not ready though, for whatever reason, watch all my content on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You'll get a ton of free value. So really at this point, you have two options. You can try figuring out this whole college recruiting process on your own and keep searching for that right coach who will provide you pro-level guidance, structure, and education. Or you can work with me and learn from all of my experiences and failures. And I'm really proud of all of my failures because that means I've been doing this for a while. And failure is just part of the game. This is my baseball reference. Go check it out if you want. So now what? Let's take a look at what my academy looks like on the inside.
So this is what it's going to look like on the inside of my Mendoza Baseball Academy. So you'll just go to MendozaBaseballAcademy.com, click the hamburger icon, and then click login. Everyone will have their own login credentials. The username will be the email that you guys signed up with, and then the password will be whatever you guys created. So you will be greeted with the library. This is going to be everyone's individualized portal. It's going to be kind of similar to Netflix. You know, you see the progress tracker, you'll be able to pick up on a lesson that you ended with. So you'll see the resources like the Velo Throwing Program and Arm Care course, the Pro Defense course. The Platinum Accelerator is where you'll see the monthly workout baseball programs alongside with some resources, as well as the welcome onboarding call and module. The Clubhouse is going to be the community where we all speak to each other, and then the College Commitment Blueprint will be another resource as well. So getting into the Platinum Accelerator, you guys can see this is the welcome module. This is where I guide all my students to join in. And then that's where I lay the expectations. I give a couple of videos laying those expectations as well as some just intro resources. I'll also require your player to have a couple of homework assignments before he schedules our onboarding call. The player journey is basically an A to Z, how your player will go through it. So it's incredibly structured. And then down below here is the monthly workout program. So as you can see, month April right here is PDF. We'll go down to downloads and we'll be able to download that right here. This is an example of what the workout programs will look like. Each workout is going to be into phases depending on where they're at in the season. So this is an in-season phase 1. There's in-season phase 2 and 3. There's also off-season phase 1, 2, and 3. So you'll see the workout programs are incredibly structured and easy to follow. Also, because all of these workouts will have clickable links, that way your player will be able to understand exactly how to do the exercises. So as you can see, the teaching style is very easy to follow. We go back into our portal. Just for an example, the Velo Throwing Program and Arm Care course. As you can see, there's a ton of lessons, and you can see, each workout or each lesson, I should say, has a video and is going to be able to follow along. I use the teaching style of using GIFs. I'm a visual learner. I created this Mendoza Baseball Academy for my younger self when I was a high school freshman, sophomore, or junior. So as you click on a lesson, you'll see I use GIFs to explain what I'm talking about. If you do, you'll understand how much their lats are being used to on the balls of your feet to make sure that you're starting. So as you can tell, a lot of awesome resources that I've definitely thought about to the fullest extent on how to teach this education. Also, this is going to be the Clubhouse. So this is the player chat on how everyone can communicate with one another. So as you can tell, a lot of people have joined in. Also up here in the top right corner, this is my DM function. So this is where I'm able to actually give all of my students one-on-one guidance on where they're at and how they're doing. So this is the way that we keep track of everyone and making sure that I am, giving that guidance, I'm giving that education to all of my students.
You might think remote training just doesn't work the same as private lessons. You might believe it just comes down with the rain, and you might just believe it's given to certain players. Well, I'll be the first to say it does not come down with the rain, which is one of my dad's favorite quotes, and it's also just not going to be given to you. I think we all know you have to put in that work. But also, have you tried remote training before? Because if you've never tried it, how would you know if you don't like it? right? So, but maybe you think now's not the right time. Maybe you're in the middle of your summer season, maybe you're in the middle of your high school season, and it's just not the right time. And you're probably looking for the perfect time to join into my academy. Well, guess what? You just won't truly ever be able to find it. So there's no better time than now. And from my experience, just being alongside some of the most elite baseball players in the world, we make the time perfect for the things that we truly value. All right? So take that with a grain of salt. Let's use a little movie example though. This is a bank and we have a hostage situation, right? So who do we value? The civilians, right? The people. So does the SWAT team wait for the perfect time to, go into the building and save everyone? And if they did wait for the perfect time, what would happen? So it would really be just a really long movie, right? But in all seriousness though, do you value playing baseball at the next level? Right? So I always say the best day to start something is yesterday. The second best day is today. So it's important to know that the families and players inside my academy have all invested time, effort, and money. And my program is a 6-month commitment, which comes with a financial investment. I'm happy to discuss what that investment would look like on a call, which is what we will do after you apply. And I require the highest level of commitment because for my students to be able to see the biggest results, it does take a commitment. So some players already know they aren't committed to the game of baseball and wouldn't even take my academy seriously. Just don't even bother applying, all right? My academy is not for individuals like that. I want players like you who want it and who take it serious, all right? So now let's hear from Santi and his dad, Pete, who's been in my academy for over 10 months. He's someone who wants it.
Or how has the program been for you, Santi?
It's been good. I've seen a lot of improvements in myself.
Go a little bit deeper into the program. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it?
I like that I know when I get into the gym, I know what I'm doing. I have my gym session planned out before. I don't have to think and guess and try different machines and stuff.
Before this program, have you guys done any type of remote or online baseball training before in the past?
No, we haven't done any remote or anything online before. This was a completely new experience for us. We saw it on TikTok at first, and he saw it and he sent it my way. And, I don't know, there was something about the way that you presented it that we figured we would try it, and what did we have to lose, right?
What was your overall impression before joining in?
Yeah, I mean, like anything, I think we were skeptical just because it was such a reasonable price as well. Once we dove into some of the content, we realized how good it was and the quality of it. The way that you kind of worked with him and you set expectations for him, it was like, hey, these are the things I'm expecting from you, and I expect them to be done. And I think that was a big part of why we enjoyed the program as well. It wasn't just expectations from me, it was expectations from you. And I think that's what made the difference.
Did you have that understanding that that's what baseball players do?
Not really. That program has made me made me feel like a little like an eagerness to go out and do something and not just wait for the team practice and do things on my own.
As his dad, I can tell him till I'm blue in the face that this needs to be done. And sometimes it doesn't resonate coming from the dad. Sometimes it needs to come from a pro ball player.
Are you able to visualize it a little bit better as far as my teaching style?
I remember those gifts, and just next day or so when we go out to the park to field ground balls, I remember that gift, implement everything from that video into my game.
And one of the ways that we used that was, we would drive about 45 minutes to an hour to practice. And so as we were driving, I would have him watch the videos before practice. And that, instead of just killing time in the car doing nothing, he's getting information, and then he's able to get to practice and starting to apply those, those techniques that you talked about in the video. Insight from the pro ball player, they would be in a huddle and they would ask Santiago a question, they would ask the group a question and he would answer all of them, but he would answer them at a high level based on what he heard from the video. So I know Santiago was telling me he went to an infielders camp over Christmas, and he kept answering all the questions, and they were actually surprised at how in depth some of the answers were that he was given. And in fact, he had to fill in his brother's team. His brother's a little bit older than he is, and they were playing in the 17U tournament, and he ended up playing second base in the 17U tournament. Because he's got some of that information from there. I think the last thing that I want to say though is that I think when we signed him up with your program, I think his sense of urgency changed for working out, and then his attention to detail changed. And there was a change in him as a ball player overall. I mean, there was definitely a different level, and the return on investment on it was surprising how fast it happened. And I think, to your point, like a lot of folks don't realize what the commitment is, but when you actually do the work, you see the results.
I only work with high school baseball players, and bonus points if you know what high school that is. It's from High School Musical, by the way. So if you can follow directions, you want to get better, and you are already investing in yourself, that's who I want to work with. Less than 7% of high schoolers go on to play in college, and even less go play D1. So if I could help you land that scholarship and play beyond high school, what would that do for you? How would your life look? But you'll be walking around high school for sure with a ton of confidence, proudly wearing your college hoodie, just like I did. Then once you get on campus, you'll be flooded with team gear, equipment, and also the facilities to nurture your growth. You'll also be in a much better position to produce as a freshman, and who knows, you might be on that lineup card opening day. So what about your parents? When all those dreams come true for you, I think it's important to understand that your parents, to say the least, they'll just be extremely proud. I don't know if you guys know this, but the best time to really land that scholarship is your junior year. So your senior year is a little bit too late, freshman and sophomore a little bit too early, so prime time is your junior year. So if you want to land a college scholarship before your senior year, then go ahead and apply down below, and we can get started as soon as possible. So what are these 7 secrets, right? So let's get into it. So you have to be extremely confident in yourself. This is something that's just a given, right? You have to be extremely confident in your abilities. You have to be extremely highly motivated in everything that you do. It has to have that burning flame. You have to be driven from within. You have to be able to invest in yourself, and that looks like good eating, good sleeping, like all these small little topics that people don't really want to do. That's what's called investing in yourself. So you also have to have this dedication to the game. You have to be coachable. Obviously, being able to adapt is huge. And you have to have this deep-rooted belief in yourself, right? You also have to have this constant desire to learn. So how do you know if you're ready to play college baseball? So here's what it takes, and this is not an extensive list by any means. So are you ready to go D1? Are you already doing extra work? Are you working on baseball 6 days a week? Are you in the gym 3 times a week during the high school season? Are you in the gym 6+ times a week in the off season when you're not playing? And have you done 2-a-days at all in your career? All right. Have you done it for more than a month? All right. So are you one of the better players on your team? Let's be honest with you guys. If you're on a high school team, you should be one of the top 3 players. If you're on a travel ball team, maybe the top 4 players if you want to play D1 baseball. Are you throwing at least 85 miles an hour? Are you running a sub 7.6 second 60-yard dash? And then have you had an exit velo of 90+ off of the tee? So let's get into how we can email these college coaches. So this is an example of what your email could look like. Subject line, first name, last name, position, hometown, dear coach, last name. This first part's really important to make sure you personalize everything. I teach my students inside my academy a system to make this very, very efficient. So I hope this email finds you well. Basically a little bit of an intro. Give them some key informations in a very easy format. So GPA, grad year, positions, travel ball team, high school, and then add in some metrics, whether it's your fastball velocity, 60-yard dash time, exit velocity. And then in your own words, write 1 sentence about what you bring to the table, all right? So it's important to also speak like a baseball player. We have this language, we have this lingo, right? It's really important that you're talking to these college coaches and showing them that you know what you're talking about. This is probably the most common mistake for high school baseball players. They think that they can just write this email themselves. You can also link your perfect game profile and a 30-second highlight video. This tells the college coach, hey, I'm not going to invest the next 30 minutes watching some scrub. So 30 seconds. I also instruct inside my academy how to edit that highlight video to make sure that you're in the best position to get seen. You can also reference your social media. That way you show them you have nothing to hide. And then, close things up with some contact information. So quick little recap. My academy is online. It's 100% online, and you can apply right now without your parents. The application is 100% free, by the way, and after the application, you'll be able to schedule a call with me. So if you are a player, just have your parents schedule it for you. They know your schedule a lot better than you do, and they're also required on the call, all right? So the reason for this call is to make sure that we're a right fit to work together. And I do require a 6-month commitment, and it is a 4-figure investment. So your high school career will come to an end before you know it. And I don't want you to ever say back in my day, right? So waiting for that perfect time does not solve anything. And I love to live by this quote: do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can do what others can't. Go ahead and apply to work with me today.